This holiday season, the Smogon community got the gift of a Palafin Suspect test, potentially dropping it back into the overused tier from Ubers, where it has been for over 2 years. However, the way we got to this suspect test is the first in Smogon history. Every few years, Smogon staff will run a like shop, where users can trade in the reactions they earn on posts for prizes, which in the past has included perks like custom titles, trophy points, and mystery boxes. This year, a unique option was included. Users could pool together their likes, and for a total of 500,000, they could trigger a suspect test in the overused tier. A few tests were backed by large groups of users, including Terrestrialization, Terrablast, and Palafin, with a few other niche options like a Solgaleo Unbanned or a King Gambit ban also seeing support. Ultimately, Palafin, led by user Lax and given substantial support by overused tier leader Finchinator, was the first suspect to cross the 500,000 mark, and the suspect began almost immediately after. Palafin is one of SV's oldest Uber Pokemon, being quick banned by Council Vote back in November of 2022, while it already had a combination of sky-high attack, a solid speed tier, decent defensive stats and typing, and a signature move in Jet Punch, a 60 base power stab priority move. It was ultimately pushed over the line by its bulk up plus taunt set, which let it shut down and set up on passive Pokemon, heal with Drain Punch, and even stop defensive counterplay like Amoonguss and Toxapex thanks to Terrestrialization. So why is this Pokemon such a popular choice for a retest? Since Palafin was banned a week into SV, there have been both Pokemon home compatibility updates and 2 DLCs worth of Pokemon added into the mix. With these came a number of Pokemon that can potentially check Palafin and make it a healthy addition to the tier. Counters to its previous bulk up plus taunt set can now be found easily enough in Hydrapple, Sinistcha, and Will-O-Wisp Dragapult, while plenty of strong attackers like Primarina and Raging Bolt can tank its hits and slam it in return. The metagame also has a much higher number of faster water resists that can make Jet Punch less threatening, like Roaring Moon, Ogerpon Wellspring, and Rillaboom's Grassy Glide. Back in 2022, Palafin was freer to do whatever it wanted than it is right now. There was far fewer explosive Pokemon that could threaten to endgame on the spot, so finding a free turn to switch it in and out was much less of a detriment than it is right now. On top of that, the lack of those super powerful Pokemon made it so that Palafin's bulk, which is naturally solid, went a lot further in shielding it when combined with Drain Punch. Special attackers back then like Sandy Shocks were a lot weaker than today's Raging Bolt. Players have started to tap into Palafin's offensive potential more, and it usually can be found running something like a Choice Spin or a bulk up set with 3 attacks, dropping Taunt for something like Acrobatics to hit the grass types that can deal with it, as well as Primarina, or Ice Punch to hit Raging Bolt too. Dropping Taunt gives it issues against other foes like Iron Defense Corviknight and Skarmory though, and makes it complete fodder for every Dondozo set, not just Body Press variants. Palafin's immense water-type power is also not entirely new to SVOU, with monsters like Ogerpon Wellspring, Walking Wake, and Barraskewda showing just how difficult the type can be to withstand. Palafin adds on to this and makes it potentially even more overbearing, but on the flip side, it also means that most teams are equipped to hold Palafin back without going out of their way to account for it already. There are still things Palafin can do that are crazy, like 2 KOing Dondozo with a Rain Choice Band Terra Water boosted Wave Crash, and Jet Punch can pack up offensive teams before they even have a chance to move if they don't properly account for it, which is a notable builder restriction. Despite this, the player base is still looking for a suspect test due to the short period of time in which Palafin was legal, and the new Pokemon being added in the DLCs that can potentially hold it back, hoping to determine if Palafin is still too strong for the current metagame. The suspect is currently ongoing with the laddering period closing Friday, January 3rd at 11 PM Eastern Time. In order to qualify, you must ladder SVOU with a fresh account until you hit an ELO of 1750 with an 80 GXC. Once you reach the requirements, simply type /link Smogon in any chat window on Pokemon Showdown to register to vote. So what are your thoughts on the Palafin Suspect test? Let me know down below, and feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more.